evening. This is Shaman Oracle reading, and tonight I'm trying something new, and if it works out, I might come every night with candlelight and try some readings for 1 to 2 zodiac signs. Okay? So today we start with Aries, and the cards that came up were on the left, flower, and on the right, the animal spirit is the horse. And now we start to find out about the flower and the horse, okay? Because it already was in the Amazon in Peru. There was a magical perfume that is called Pusanga. It's made from flowers and plants which have the power to attract the people who wear the things they really want. Pusanga is also called the love medicine of the Amazon because love, of course, is a thing most people want. Beautiful smells derived from flowers and herbs have always been used to attract love. Even the word perfume comes from the Latin word perfumer, meaning through smoke, which is a ritual that is used in ceremonies for blessings that one wants. In ancient Greece, sweet aromas were believed as a sign of the deities to make their presence known, and the oracle priestess of Delphi, she would sit in the smoke of bay leaves, incense, to get the gods to speak to her in help of people seeking love. In India too, the seers, called dainyas, would surround themselves with smoke that would send them in a trance and give them prophetic visions. And fragrances have long been associated with the arts of love. So in Japan, geisha girls priced their services according to the number of incense sticks consumed during lovemaking, while in India, during tantric rituals, men were anointed with sandalwood and women with jasmine, patchouli, amber, and musk. Also, saffron was crushed and smeared beneath their feet. In shamanism, the secret of Pusanga is to mix plants and flowers to create particular aromas, believed to affect the moods of those who smell them. Shamans in the Amazon region say that Pusanga can cause anyone to fall hopelessly in love with the one wearing this scent. It is said, when you pour Pusanga onto your skin, it penetrates your spirit and gives you the power to draw in love. One secret is known as the doctrine of signatures. This means that the Creator has left a mark or signature on every plant in the world to show what it is used for. Already Paracelsus, in the 6th century, the alchemist Paracelsus knew that the appearance of plants reflect their qualities, so it is a so-called the so-called plant that is called skull cap, actually looking or resembling a small skull, and it turns out it is used to help against headaches. A willow, which grows in damp places, heals rheumatism caused by damp weather and the build-up of fluids on the joints. Following this doctrine, Pusanga of the Amazon has at its basis what is called aqua de colpa. This is water collected from clay pools deep in the rainforest, where there are no people, only thousands of brightly colored animals who gather to drink from this water. Some of these animals are natural enemies, but at the clay pools they stand peaceful together to drink from water which is rich in minerals. This water has the power to attract some of the most beautiful creatures on the planet, and so these animals exist harmoniously together. The water is so good and so healthy because there are special herbs, plants, barks, roots, and leaves that nature added and so attracts by color and scent all these animals who come to drink the water. And in the rainforest there are vines called sogas, which are recognized as pulsanka plants because they wrap themselves around trees so they can grow together. Special scented liquids called aqua florida, meaning water for flourishing, are also added to the mixture, which is then blessed by a shaman to empower it. This is done by blowing or singing into the pulsanga, sometimes with the breath and sometimes with sacred tobacco smoke. And the blessing is whispered to the pusanga, which is Salad, Dinero y Amor, meaning health, money, and love. Once this is made, then the pusanga is used like a perfume with a few drops rubbed on the pulse points of the wrists and neck, or a cupful or 2 cups full added to your bath water. If you want more love in your life, and who doesn't, you can make your own pusanga. There are many plants used to make pusanga, and they need to have certain characteristics. Their name often give away their meaning, like passion flower, honeysuckle, honey for sweetness and suckle for nurturing, and their colors are bright and attractive. The way they grow can also be an indication. Ivy, for instance, grows by winding itself around other plants, closing together, like when you are close in love together. Their archetypal qualities may also call you rose, like a synonym for love, and when one sees 2 plants standing together in sunlight within an otherwise dark forest, signifying a bright future, and so on. When you take a plant or a flower from nature, make sure to leave the roots in the soil. This is a sign you respect nature and you have the right attitude of respect, so the flower can grow again and not completely is gone. Okay, then take the plants you like and want home and put them in a bottle. Take a clear bottle so you can see the plant and fill it with water. If you intend to use the Pusanga over a few days, then use a kind of holy water from a well, if you have one, or mineral water. Better yet would be to use alcohol to keep the Pusanga for a while, and you can get this alcohol in a pharmacy. Add some aromatherapy oils of your choice if you want. It is said that you can have different blends for different reasons. To attract a new lover, add a few drops of rose, jasmine, and bergamot. For a developing love, add rose, vanilla, and sprinkling of gold glitter. For passion, once you have found your person, use ginger, patchouli, and sandalwood. Finally, add your prayers to the mixture, as do the shamans, by blowing 3 times into the bottle, while you tell the perfume what you want. Then wear it as a scent and expect more love in your life. If it helps, good for you. The meaning of flowers has a timeless language, each having an ancient and spiritual meaning, conveying messages beyond the spoken word. A gift of a flower or flowers can melt the heart and heal misunderstandings. Flowers are beautiful and a wonderful tool from Mother Nature to invoke energies to bless the manifestations of our own desires. Sometimes flowers are a gift of others and sometimes a gift to ourselves. So, give yourself a beautiful gift of bright, colorful flowers to create happiness. Now we come to the horse animal spirit. The horse is one of the most important figures or symbols in different cultures. We will encounter the horse spirit in many moments of our lives, and the horse has many different messages. A wild horse should motivate us to move forward, succeed in our ventures, so we can become the best version we can be. If the horse is tamed, it symbolizes the control over our primary urges, such as sexual appetites. As a wild animal, the horse stands for a promiscuous life, but once the horse is tamed, it becomes the example of trusting and a mature relationship. In Native American symbolism, horses were seen as spiritual beings. The horse is a symbol for freedom, and it also was seen as a token of war. Tribes who had the most horses were also the ones winning battles. So horses stand for the sign of great wealth. There is the symbol of the blue horse, which in the Native American symbolism speaks of a chieftain from the Oglala Lakota tribe that saved white people in distress, even though the tribe battled the white ruling men for over 50 years. The blue horse symbolism is born from the fast horse that the Indians could catch and ride. This horse spirit animal was depicted as a clan animal, and it gave life to tribal dances. The horse was a symbol of mobility, strength, and power, and stamina, and therefore it was greatly respected. It was even considered a deity. Seeing it for the first time, the natives called it God Dog or Big Dog. But even in other cultures, like Native American tribes, the horse was a valued token or spirit animal. So in Japanese cultures, a horse is seen as a spirit animal as well, a divine being, and it was believed that the gods entered the world by riding on a horse. In China, horses are seen bringing the Buddhist sutras for the first time, and horses are a sign of courage, integrity, perseverance, and power. The Chinese zodiac sees horses as the symbol of a spirit full of nobleness and faithfulness, and without a match. This devoted animal was a companion to men, both in good times and also in a battle. It is an emblem of justice, a hero to eliminate the evil. The symbolism of the horse in China mythology is a creature half horse, half dragon, with the power to fly. In Christianity, it is believed that Jesus will return riding a white horse, which is a representation of him coming back to bestow his justice upon the evil in the world. The horse is a figure of purity and holiness, and in the horsemen of the Apocalypse, the red horse symbol is carrying the creator of war. The white horse's meaning is conquest, and its owner is either Christ or the Antichrist. And the Antichrist is using the white horse to pretend and to overrule the goodness by pretending he wants to show us that he can be also the one doing good things. The black horses are symbols of famine, and the fourth horse is green, not the green we know today as a symbol of luck, but that green symbolizes death, and it is sent to earth, that green horse, to install the final judgment here on earth. In Celtic symbolism, horses were the first deity to be known, the symbol of the sun. Goddess Epona, so she was called, she is the horse mother, and she represents a war deity, and Epona was worshipped all across Rome. But Epona, also called Epana, she was the goddess of fertility for the Celtic people. In Celtic Druids had a ritual in which the one that would be called or named king slept inside the skin of a sacrificed horse. Throughout Ireland and Scotland, there is a tale describing a fairy called Puka horse that drew travelers to death. I guess she wasn't a nice fairy. Also in the Celtic zodiac, the horse symbol identifies people that love attention, being admired. These are people who want to be admired, and they are born leaders, So is it understood, whether good or bad. It is said that courage never leaves them and they have ambition, creativeness, affection, influence, challenge, and expressiveness. They also love sports and they are very fit people. In Egypt, the pharaoh Ramses II is believed to have chosen to dine with horses instead of his officers because he considered the animals to be of nobler creation. Back then, horses were rare and they were fed the best of food and they all received a name. In northwest of Africa, there is a tradition where men ride horses common during festivals and weddings. It is called Fantasia and it consists of an ensemble of men wearing traditional clothing. This spectacle is seen as being similar to martial arts, a symbol of deep interconnection between the owner and his horse. In dreams, horses have their own symbolic and importance. A white horse means you are loved and wealth and success will soon come your way. Horses in dreams mean also that you will have or have already a peaceful marriage. Black horses have one good, one not so good meaning. The good one is that you will be lucky, you have a wealthy and beautiful wife, or you maybe receive some exciting news. The not so good meaning is that you will not be so lucky in matters of love. In Greek mythology, there is famous Pegasus, the divine horse with the wings. Pegasus' mission was to carry thunderbolts to Zeus. Pegasus had a special power, namely the magical power to make water burst from wherever it hit with its hoof. And there was Centaurus, a beast half human, half horse. Its reputation was of violating women, drinking and destroying everything in their way. Zeus used them to punish his enemies and also humankind. Not to forget the unicorn. The unicorn wears a horn on its forehead and it stands for purity because this horse can only be found in the presence of a virgin and the horn of the unicorn is believed to have healing powers. In Hinduism, we too find a horse in mythology. The story is that God Krishna, the messenger of God Vishnu, killed a demon horse named Keshi in a battle or duel. This so-called Luciferian being is described as killing unborn children. So, the spirit animal horse has a long and rich tradition. The horse spirit guide indicates to be aware that you could waste your time or energies on other people's problems and so losing your powers and your freedom. So I guess the horse wants to warn us not to use our powers on other people's problems. Nonetheless, the spiritual meaning of a horse is to have confidence and courage. Dive in and discover yourself is the meaning of the horse. People with this spirit animal are social, they are friendly and beloved by those around them. They are very competitive and will stop as nothing until they reach victory. They will not stop at nothing until they reach victory, and victory like a wild horse. They should never allow anyone to push them around because they are natural leaders. And the wild horse, I guess, stands also for victory. The golden horse totem is a symbol of the sun and deep spirituality. It wants you to trust your inner resources and inner abilities. Also, both the white and the black horse as a totem indicate dualism. White horse means knowledge, faith, spiritual growth, and intellect. And the black horse means death and rebirth. It helps you to leave unnecessary things behind, showing you new opportunities. But you need to take a risk and have faith. If a horse medicine card appears in shamanism, it means you need to let your guard down and be who you really are, without any fear to be misunderstood or criticized by other people. Courage and faith will define your soul, and you will never be alone. So, that was my candlelight reading. I thought I'd try something new. Maybe you liked it. If you did, I'm happy. And if not, I cannot help it. Okay? So, Iris, thank you for listening. And I will today, that's it, but I will tomorrow do one or two different zodiac signs so that I can finish this one in 1 week. Okay? Have a nice evening. Thank you for listening and goodbye.